Perfect. Okay, it is 11 p.m. on Saturday, December 22nd?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Got a couple of days to Christmas. We've got some of the old folks in the room, old because we've done one episode, and some new folks in the room. We've called ourselves historically the Big Six, and then we've got the seventh with us. We'll get to that in a second.
He's adopted.
Yeah.
He's the Super 7.
Anyway, we all got together for a secret Santa gift exchange, and so we decided we're going to hit our second episode, week 2. So going around the table, starting with Mr. Reed Tucker.
I'd like to say thank you, Em, for the PLA filament. Spectacular.
That wasn't late.
Yeah, it was. What was it?
And were they good colors? You got
They
black
were perfect.
and
They were the exact colors I needed.
black and
One of them.
just black and black.
Black and black.
Well, you know what they say about going...
I can't go back.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, next up we've got Jess.
Yep. Hey, what's up?
Okay, and John Addison.
You're not going to introduce me?
You
introduce yourself.
Point.
Oh, I'm Nathaniel.
Who is our new to the podcast, episode 2. His wife,
Trina.
Stephanie.
Hey.
And Zach. I am the Super 7, apparently.
You're number 7 to the Big 7. Cool. Anyway, so episode 2, what we decided we would talk about was a holiday tradition that's kind of gone with us and our families or friends, depending on what your situation was. And then maybe a couple of our top best holiday experiences. And I kind of wonder if we should diversify it so that it's not just Christmas, but like maybe something that involves a lot of people. Like maybe you don't have a great Christmas one, but it could also be maybe a Thanksgiving, for example. Anyway, so your top best, and if we've got time coming back around, we'll go to the worst. So yeah, let's just start in the same order that we went with originally. Reed, what do you got for family traditions?
We used to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on TV, the old one, and haven't done that in 5-6 years.
How do you feel about it?
I don't feel any different. I think it hurts my dad's feelings.
Really?
Yeah.
It feels like you guys have just kind of grown up and...
Yeah. Because it was more of his tradition, and we just did it with him. And
You
then
need to watch it again.
Oh,
Yeah, you should do
Dad.
this year.
Well, I'm always busy because it's like Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the evening, and
Knowing your dad, all you have to do is watch the first 5 minutes. He will pass out and start snoring, and then you know you're okay.
You've only
my
committed
grandfather?
5 minutes. You could totally do this.
So Christmas is on Tuesday?
Yeah.
It sounds like you have plans on Monday.
Well, they play right after Thanksgiving. It's already coming on.
So
Well, just by the
I
way,
feel like
But you know what?
it's on Plex.
It is on
Yeah.
Plex.
Oh, is
There
it?
is
You
this
need to
thing
be
called
like-
the internet.
yeah,
Then I have
Monday.
to hook Plex up to the TV in the front room.
yeah.
I don't think he would hate you for it. I think you should do it and be like, hey, Merry
Just
Christmas.
but
Dad.
how am I going to do it on a cable box? Like he has a Verizon box.
Get him a Chromecast for Christmas.
do it. Actually,
Oh,
it'll save a lot
package
of
it
time.
with the best son gift.
Yeah.
Favorite child gift.
And you just be like, yeah, hey, guess what we're doing, Dad? It's a Monday night.
Yeah.
We're watching Rudolph.
Christmas Eve, we're gonna watch Rudolph.
Thank
I'm
you
at
for
her
this
parents' house
Chromecast.
for Christmas Eve.
Well, you're a horrible son.
I guess take my Chromecast up there for the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'll do that.
But then he's gonna do, if history is any, indicator
Oh, I
of
also
that.
have to watch Charlie Brown. Is the Charlie Brown Christmas special on there?
I'm not sure.
Could we
might-
get it on there?
I was gonna say that one's fairly short.
It's on
You
Amazon.
could commit like
I was
an
gonna say,
hour.
'cause they're
Christmas
both, like-
specials on Amazon right now.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown was?
You can't Chromecast Amazon, though.
No,
No.
right? Because of
Yeah.
Because
the...
they make you use the Fire.
Yeah.
Your
Fire stick.
dad's TV is a smart TV. I was watching Amazon Prime
Oh, yeah.
videos today.
Oh, perfect.
If it's a smart TV, you can get Plex on it also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
We did that while we were in Mexico, and
Yeah.
then we hard reset and formatted the TV when we left from the resort that we were staying at. But it was pretty cool. Are you got anything else? Like any other traditions besides letting your dad down?
Other than being a major disappointment.
But you do that consistently with him, right?
Yeah, so that's not really
Yeah,
Christmas
so
specific.
it's nothing new.
What's sad is he's the best child.
Yeah. Like, I even got a badge this year to prove it.
You got a badge
Yeah,
from your
so
dad.
we were... No,
No, he
yes,
hasn't opened it
He
yet.
hasn't
He just
opened it
knows
yet.
about it.
So I bought a badge that says favorite child while we were in Canada. And I'm going to wrap it, put my dad's name on it and my name on it, and then I'll open it from my dad, air quotes. And I'll be like, oh, thanks, Dad.
Is your dad aloof in the kind of way that he won't remember that he didn't get you that?
He will if I can get his girlfriend to wrap it, he'll be like, what gift is this? And he'll be like, I'm not sure. And then he'll open it, and then he'll know he didn't buy it. but he won't remember not buying it when I'm opening it.
And it says favorite child.
Yeah.
So your brother's name is Reese?
Yes.
And your sister is?
Amy.
Are they both going to be there?
Yes.
This is less a gift to him, or even for you, and more an insult to your siblings.
Yes.
So a win-win-win.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Okay. All right. I kind of want to see how that goes. You guys should film that.
Yeah.
I could.
Okay.
Really interesting.
I've got a camera.
I'm gonna
you can
say
borrow.
like I have like my contour, but it's old and only does 1080. And
You can borrow mine.
As long as no one tries to put their swimsuit on, you'll be okay.
hey, we're
Oh,
doing a fashion
gosh.
show later tonight.
Oh, we are. I don't know if we are, but we for sure are. We're going to mix it up, too. It's going to be like half polar bear, half fishnet. I think we're going to check that out.
You're gonna be wearing the fishnet. You're
John's
wearing
like,
the polar bear.
you're so soft.
Oh, I'm so soft! Jeff, you're so soft. Rub my fishnets. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Until, wait,
Oh,
you're,
got it.
you're in your
Yours
polar
is
bear
For a
outfit.
polar bear.
So, yeah, Steph's going to be
Wait,
like,
is this
I
polar
know.
bear?
Check
Or
this
is there
out.
another polar bear
7.3
outfit?
inches. I'll be like, oh, shit. And I'm going to try to back away slowly and step into a bear trap.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We should probably context.
Well, that's right. Trina's right. We leave a lot of context out. It's funny.
Yeah.
We were playing a game called Shit Happens, and one of the highest index cards that we've come across so far is it was a 99 out of 100 on the misery index, and it was non-consensual bear sex while stuck in a bear trap.
Your legs
So-
trapped up. Yeah.
And we were curious, like how bad is this? So we asked our friend in the room, Skynet, to tell us what the average bear penis size was, and for some reason it chose polar bear, and it's 7.3 inches.
Well, that's the largest bear.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically,
Is polar
no.
bear the largest?
Gorilla bear,
What's
which is a
polar bear?
mix between polar bears and grizzly, because
Yeah.
their zones have been moving because of global warming.
Oh.
So is the
And
penis
it's-
size bigger because it's
Well,
a
I
hybrid?
didn't check that.
It's probably smaller. Like
It depends if it's cold or not.
steroids, like always makes.
Depends if it's cold or not. We learned that in.
which is actually similar to ligers,
Oh yeah,
which are bigger
it
than
like
most,
just swells up and they pass
yeah.
out.
tigers and lions.
Again, we probably need context.
No,
Are we
we
gonna
don't.
context everything?
Stick around for episode 3. All right, is that all you got?
That's it.
Okay, Jess, what do you got? Holiday tradition
the
doesn't have to be
only-
Christmas, but
The only thing we've kind of started to do for Christmas, which I can't tell if it's a bad thing or if it's like a good tradition, is
we ignore each other.
no,
bear
but
traps.
my mom would start labeling the presents with numbers, so we don't know which gift is for which child. So you go up to the tree and be like, oh, I'm gonna open a gift. So you pick out a gift and you're like, okay, this is a 3, and your mom would be like, nope, it's not your gift, you're gonna have to watch your sister open it. So it's like, okay, it's like
I feel like there
anticlimactic.
has to be a pattern associated with this. Though.
No,
like,
there's no pattern at all, because I swear I picked out 5 gifts and none of them were mine. I'm like, okay.
You just haven't figured out the pattern yet.
Nope.
Either that,
Yeah.
she just has it written down.
Wait. So are there just like a bunch of them that are 3, so we know that every person?
No, it's just
3
1,
is-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like it's just numbers.
Every
So she's
gift
trying to-
Oh, so you have you already have a pre-selected. Your mom has a pre-selected like bingo card. Like
Yeah.
Jess is
Yeah.
3, 9, 11.
Yeah, but there's no pattern or anything.
But there
Right,
should
well,
be.
no, but I'm just
I
saying-
feel like there should
No,
be a
I would
pattern.
I would just roll a dice and be like, this number's been chosen already.
No, I
And
was
so-
saying this earlier. I would make a pattern, like make my kids figure out the math and the pattern.
Yeah,
of,
Trina,
like,
you'd be a
yours are the multiples of 3. You have the prime numbers. Like,
Yeah, and that's
she's like,
when-
no, you
And
didn't
you
get that
start
right.
this-
You don't get this gift this year.
Can you
maybe
imagine?
next year? And then her kids will be 15 years old and opening like gifts for like infants.
But you
but
start
you know
it
what?
when there's
They'll have
2.
their math skills down.
Can you
That's
imagine?
true.
if
You know who
did
you're
that
married to, right?
in Nano's household? Like a long time ago, if you had tried to do that. No offense, I'm not picking on Nano. Nano's interesting.
So
with
if I
numbers.
had, education, period, I
He might
definitely
have
would not have these
four
issues.
no.
So
But I'm saying, so you'll learn along the way, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to open every podcast that Nano's in with everyone's going to do like a brain teaser that's a math problem.
they're a bunch of jerks. So I had 3 years of schooling because my parents are psycho.
Total-
I had
total of
sophomore,
3 years.
junior, senior year. That's it. Somehow I graduated with a proper diploma.
No,
Technically,
wait.
you had more, but they weren't really. They were
were
schooling with
Yeah, no.
quotes.
Homeschooling, I didn't even know how to read the Bible. Like, And that was my schooling, is how to read the Bible.
You have to read it with your Holy Spirit.
Yeah. You
Which
don't
was
use your
one of the
eyes,
classes.
you use your spiritual eyes.
Oh, goodbye, GoPro.
Yeah.
That was really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the memory cards might be full.
Yeah, there's something going on with the memory. So we just lost video. Whatever. I don't care.
It's not like you can see us anyway.
Right.
Oh, thank
So-
God.
so, yeah. Okay, so that is a new thing. Do you have anything that was like persisting over the years?
I mean, that's just the only thing that we've done consistently. Just the normal like white people Christmas traditions, right?
Like what is a
You
white
just-
people?
You just open gifts.
White people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, do black people not do the
No,
same thing?
no.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not gonna-
I had this card earlier. Stop bumping the table.
Kwanzaa.
That's not me.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I
Yeah,
don't think
nothing
anyone actually
fantastic.
celebrates that.
So.
Sorry, I got too excited.
Wait, can I talk about someone else's tradition
Yeah.
that is weird that I don't know how it started? So, dated a guy in high school,
Is it a
and
pickle in the tree?
yeah, it's a
He was
pickle in the tree.
black.
Is that normal though? Okay,
Yeah.
so the
Yeah.
tradition.
That's a
Okay,
thing,
so the
yeah.
That's-
tradition.
What the fuck? I've never heard of this.
What?
That's
now,
normal.
is this another white person tradition?
I don't know. So
Yeah.
Bump
someone.
the table.
So the tradition is on Christmas Eve. There's an ornament that's shaped as a pickle, and it's hidden in the Christmas tree. And whoever finds it gets to open the first gift or whatever.
No, okay.
A gift before Christmas.
Not
Let me-
the tradition I've heard.
Oh, well,
That's
what is it then?
So then I can
That's
understand
basically-
this. Like, are you saying that like it's like okay, 3, 2, 1, go, and everyone mauls the tree to find a pickle in it?
I guess, yeah.
Did you not witness it?
Well, I did, but it wasn't like no one like knocked the tree over. It's not
I
like
was
we're
saying
not.
in our house,
You
like
just kinda
someone's
like
gonna
look
be
for
fucking
it and
murdered.
then.
Say people are missing fingers.
But yeah,
And or
no one had
limbs.
missing fingers. So
Wait,
The
why
tree
is
mostly
it?
limbs.
Why? So when you say shaped like a pickle, is it shaped like a pickle, or was
It's
it?
a pickle.
It's
It
literally.
was a pickle.
It's not a
tree
literal
pickle.
pickle.
It's like a
it's
pickle
a,
tree.
yeah, it's just a.
It's an
Christmas
ornament,
pickle is
like
a Christmas
one of those-
tradition for some Americans. A decoration in the shape of a pickle is hidden in the Christmas tree.
I
with
feel
the
like we need to do
finder
this with pickle rice.
receiving either a reward
You know, I actually
or
did
good
this,
fortune
and it's really
for
hard.
the following
It
year.
took me a while.
My grandparents used to
It
do
just
it a lot.
Imagine it's
blends
green on
in.
green.
Yeah, it blends in.
I think like the
And
tradition
that's-
dates back to actually Germany.
That
This
would
is-
make
that's
it
sense.
where it
says there are a
came
number
from.
of different origin stories attributed to the tradition, including an origination in Germany. This theory has since been discounted and is now thought to be an American tradition created in the late 19th century.
So they're fortune
Fancy.
cookies.
Could be German American
Yeah.
because I have German American grandparents.
Yeah.
Nano.
Whatever. I don't care.
And the
Whatever.
tradition for us, at least, was that you get a special gift.
Yeah, that's
if you find a
there
pickle.
was special reward, yeah.
It's nothing. It's like a $10 gift. It's not exciting, but it's kind of exciting in that you hunt for it and get
You
something.
won, and everybody
Done
else
around.
lost.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
And every year they put a pickle up on the tree, but there's no gift anymore. Hasn't been for years.
You should buy a gift for this year's pickle.
It's
Wait, I'm
tempting.
sorry. Your family does this?
Yeah. My grandparents do.
Is it because you're German?
Wait, which
Are they
one?
German?
My grandmother's mother came over here on a boat with her sister. Her sister was a mail order bride from Germany.
Really?
Yes, and she came over. Well, her mother came over, anticipating that she would just be a chaperone, which was kind of a thing at the time apparently, and she would come back, but there was no return ticket.
Interesting.
So she got stuck over here and ended up getting a much better deal than her sister because she got to choose a husband.
Did it turn into like citizenship and everything, or
It was early 1900s, so yes.
right? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I had never heard of that. Was that it? Anything else? No, just white people stuff and other things.
So
like
tell us
White
about
people
Chinese
stuff.
traditions.
So I'm actually the only Chinese person in my family. I don't know. Yeah, so I haven't historically had any Christmas traditions at all. Something that I used to do because I don't really have a really developed family. Now that I'm married and Stephanie and I are together and we have her family and Oliver and stuff, we've sort of done a tradition over the last couple of years is where we would set up you owe me ice cream. We would set up the Christmas tree, and then after setting up the Christmas tree, we'd all just go get ice cream together. But historically, what I would do is oftentimes everybody would be on leave for the holidays, and I would do one of two things. I would either hang out with the people that didn't have leave, or I would just get in my car and just drive somewhere, and just wherever it was that I wound up, that's where I would spend Christmas, either by myself or with the locals who were also by themselves. Like I would hang out at a Denny's and just hang out with randos in a Denny's because Denny's was open. One year I drove like deep into Mexico and just stopped in a town and a family housed me and bought me pocket handkerchiefs. Their daughter took me to a warehouse rave, like post-Christmas rave. Yeah. So stuff like that.
Welcome back, GoPro.
No, it's dead. It just it decided. Yeah. So, but I don't really have anything other than that. Yeah. But now that I'm married, then I've kind of just started doing family stuff with Stephanie's family, and we set up the Christmas tree after much delay on my part and insistence on hers, and yeah, there's that.
So you're gonna settle for frozen yogurt, or are you gonna demand ice cream?
I really want Cold Stone, I think.
Oh, interesting.
So that'll put me in your neck of the woods. Should I hit you up when we go
Is
do
this
that?
Steve
I
Austin?
prefer Dairy
or-
Queen over, like,
I would do Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
I'd be comfortable with Dairy Queen.
Dairy
If
Queen.
I was fed a burger and some fries also. We did a $5 lunch or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Blizzard.
I love their $5 box
They're
box
like
lunch.
the
Definitely
best,
no Steve
yeah.
Austin.
Okay, cool. What about you, Nana?
Christmas stuff. Well, before my parents turned totally, absolutely off the wall crazy.
They used to do Hanukkah.
I'm sorry, did they really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. When we first got together, they did Hanukkah all the time.
That's when they went full crazy.
Jewish period.
But they're
Wait, I'm sorry. But like,
Before
legitimately like a Jewish period, did they just...
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
there's like
So
the New
bef-
Testament.
Well, they went to Jerusalem and had some epiphany, and so they
My mom's
they
crazy.
merged it. So they did Christianity. Well, okay, so they were Christians, but they believed followed all of the Jewish traditions. So they did Hanukkah, they did Friday
Kosher,
dinners,
yeah.
they did the Sabbath.
But Hanukkah's not in the Bible.
I know.
Yeah, my
Okay.
parents are crazy.
Yeah.
Again, before my parents lost
Okay.
all their marbles, we used to do a Christmas huge party. And growing up, when I was super little, it was a lot of fun. Our house normally had 2 Christmas trees, and then the Christmas party leading up to it was the fun part was making the cookies. And I wasn't much part of that other than eating the cookie doughs and stealing it from my sisters and all the sugar and everything else that you're not supposed to eat. Surprisingly, I never got sick. Definitely should have.
Oh, you're sick.
With the amount of raw cookie dough and or just pure sugar and anything else we could find that they weren't necessarily touching at the time.
Is there egg and sugar cookies?
There's also
Okay.
7 of us
Generally, yeah.
siblings, so
So you're not supposed to eat
I'm
them.
number 4 out of 7. So the 2 older girls always cooked or baked, and I don't know. Growing up, I don't have very many memories, but the Christmas party leading up to it, the amount of sugar we got was amazing.
Remember that giant bag of mints?
Oh yeah, no,
So
they
there
never
used to
went
be
away.
a 7-pound bag. There's a giant bag of
There was
party
more than
mints.
one of those bags.
And I ate almost all of them.
And was this at Nano's house?
Were they
Yes.
the crunchy
Okay.
ones or the soft
Were
ones?
you
They were the
around?
ones that were crunchy and then became soft.
Yeah.
Like the dinner mint.
So,
yeah.
there was
Classic
Yeah.
dinner mints.
And I just come over and
Do
just
you-
grab a handful and just walk upstairs. And that was-
handfuls we had handfuls. Do you remember or were you around when we had the gummy bears too?
No.
Oh yeah, before those we
Not
had
the sugar-free ones, right?
no. We had
That's why they had
pounds
7
and
bathroom
pounds of gummy bears. They were the defect gummy bears because we knew, or I don't know,
they were
someone we knew.
miscasts?
But I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put them in my mouth
They're
and
gummies.
chew them
Gummies
up.
are
So
gummies.
they're no
as long
problem.
as they don't look pretty chewy,
And they were
I'll eat it.
delicious. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have diabetes.
There was a comedian who was talking about that. He's like, yeah,
You're like an
you've got those kids that aren't allowed to have sugar in their household. They're just not, their family just isn't really much candy or sugar household, but they do have they lay out just bunches of mints everywhere, and so their kids when the parents aren't looking, they just handfuls of mints and run off, and he's like, and then you open the door to greet. They're like, "Oh, hey, happy holidays" or something along those lines. And the kids got tears streaming down their face, and they smell fresh as fuck because that was their sugar fix. I think it was Donald Glover who was talking about that.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I remember my mom didn't. I think it was his parents. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't let us, and he's like, so we just had to get our sugar from anywhere. But it sounds like you just had an abundance of it available to you.
Yeah, funny story.
They
I
always
don't
had-
like sugar anymore.
I don't know.
They always had a large amount of food in their house.
Unless if it's an alcoholic form.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Trina?
Growing up, we always opened a gift on Christmas Eve. Like, that was... My dad hated it. He's like, no, you gotta open your presents Christmas Day. But we convinced him. And usually it was, like, pajamas or, like, new clothes or something like that. Because we always went to the Christmas Eve service at church. So it's always fun opening that one gift before Christmas Day. We should do that tradition still.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's something that we technically do is we let Oliver open his stocking, and it usually has the box. And it has like snacks and stuff for like Christmas Eve and pajamas and stuff.
Pajamas.
Have you seen those
both
giant boxes of like full size candy bars?
Oh yeah.
I almost got Oliver one of those.
Thank you for not.
And then Jess was like, "Don't do that."
Yeah,
I was like,
appreciate
"Okay."
Yeah, me and Reed have been talking about gifts for Oliver.
Yeah, we got him a Glock 19.
No, I feel
The
like
new annoying one,
like
the
you
Baby
guys-
Shark one. The
Oh, there's like a Baby Shark. Yeah, you press it and it starts singing Baby Shark.
I thought about getting that for Jess.
doo doo. You don't know the song. It's something about doo doo and Baby Shark.
Then I just heard the word doo doos, and we're just like doo doo.
I'm intrigued. I would like to learn more.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Steph.
Yes, we did the Christmas Eve thing also.
Yeah.
I
feel like a lot of people do that one.
Yeah,
it's a good
and that's
one.
one we do for Oliver as well. I think the one that we just started recently doing, which made me kind of realize how ridiculous my family is when I was talking to a coworker about it, is like the saran wrap ball. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have
So you
not
just so you take just like a full roll of saran, or multiple rolls of saran wrap,
Like boxes of it.
like boxes and boxes of saran wrap, and you just start making a ball. And as you are making the ball, you're adding like gifts or like money,
We've done that one
lotto
time.
tickets, whatever.
No,
And you just
Thanksgiving.
wrap it up until it just gets like this big of a thing. So the way that we play it is you have to do it with oven mitts on. So you put oven mitts on. The person next to you has dice, and you're scrambling to do the ball as this person's rolling dice. And as soon as they roll doubles, you stop. It's not your turn anymore, and you get to keep whatever comes out
Pass
during
the
that
ball.
time.
We did
And
that
you pass
one
the
year at
ball.
Thanksgiving. We had to wear like fluffy, like not mittens. They were like snow gloves, but
Yeah.
they were like super fuzzy and more for looks than actual use. And they were too small for my hands, so I was just like ripping them, trying to put them on, and I'd roll a double before I could even get the gloves on.
Yeah, so one of my coworkers was talking to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, we started doing this tradition, and it's really fun. So it's where you have like a bowl of dice, and then you're going around, and you have to like unroll it nicely." And I was like, "Bowl for your dice? Like we throw the dice? We're like throwing the oven mitts at each other.
Yeah.
People are throwing the dice across the room.
You're bowling.
There's a lot of anger. Yeah, like the ball's getting like thrown angrily at people.
There's
like,
money
clearly-
involved.
Right, like clearly my family has some anger issues or something.
Or they're just boring people.
Or they're just boring people. Yeah.
You should
One or
I was
the
gonna
other.
say, if our family ever played that, like, there would be blood.
It gets really Oliver doesn't have, like, the kids don't have to wear the gloves because they're more.
What's the glove game we played last year? There was some glove game.
Oh, with a present. Like, so everybody would pass around a present, but you had to wear oven mitts. Like you couldn't move your hands,
Right,
like
but
oven mitts,
was it you
and
had to
unwrap
unwrap the
a
present?
gift.
Was there duct
And
tape
there was
involved?
like duct tape
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay.
electrical tape involved, and
So
it was
same-
almost
similar idea,
impossible.
ish.
Right, but there was one prize in the
One
middle.
prize, yeah.
and
Now
they-
I got to it and just started I just
Punch.
punched the shit out of the box
What
and
was in the
literally
middle?
started ripping it. And whoever wrapped it, it's like, I thought this was your family proof, and they're like, yeah.
You should talk about what your Aunt Tammy did, because we played
did.
that game. But no, like what actually was in it.
Oh yeah, she put like a bunch of bras in it.
Yeah.
A bunch of like
It was literally a bunch
old
of bras.
bras.
Okay.
But
So
like
like
layers
you
of
were
bras,
going and
layers
then you
of
just like
bras.
pull a bra out and you have to keep
So
going.
awkward.
And then she just like a bunch of Dollar Tree toys in there. It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah. That's really fun.
I think
Do you get to keep all the bras too?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, they're in there.
I think we gave them to my sister. 'Cause she was the only one chesty enough to wear them.
Do you like this ant?
Yeah.
I just have bad memories of people named Tammy.
Parks and Rec.
No, I have an aunt who's insanely crazy and abducted.
No,
by,
but have you seen Parks and Rec?
I've seen
He's
part of
like
the first season.
Like he's like my ex-wife named Tammy and my other ex-wife named Tammy.
He had like 4
His
ex-wives.
yeah, they're all
named
named Tammy because they're all batshit crazy.
And one
This
of them's
makes a lot
actually
of
his
sense.
real life wife.
Yeah, my Aunt Tammy abducted my cousin and moved to another state, among other things.
She was also named Tammy.
Mine was Colleen, and that was my mom.
Oh, I have an Aunt Tammy too.
Wow.
It's
What the
minty
people
fresh.
can't
Is she
see
crazy?
is that a bottle of peppermint
She's
schnapps
passed
in
away.
there.
It's really good.
Okay, what about you, Zach?
Kill a read.
So,
Besides a
from
pickle,
pickle.
a pickle in the tree.
Yeah.
my family traditions have varied
It's really strong.
widely because of the various, I don't know, diaspora of them. They've moved around the country back and forth. So the actual circle of my family who's been there at Christmas is varied. But my favorite would have to be watching Lord of the Rings every
Oh,
Christmas.
that's nice.
Okay.
So-
Which
Long
one?
movie. It's
All of
3
them.
hours.
All of them?
You hear
So
we're doing
as
that
they
for New
came
Year's,
out-
right?
Yeah, that's the New
You
Year's
hear we're doing
plan at our
that for
house.
New Year's.
We are.
Yeah.
Right?
This sounds good.
We are.
That we're all
Yeah,
broke for New
Kingsbury.
Year's, so
I haven't done
yeah.
that in 10 years or so.
Welcome to the tradition.
Extended edition on 4K projector.
What
at
As
my
they
do we
house.
came
have to
out, my
start
family
this
would
to watch
buy
all of
them.
them?
Then
Oh,
they
we're ready to
extended
start
it.
like
The
noon.
30th?
No, we're starting it on. They released exactly when you have to start it to when, so it begins.
Yeah,
That is New Year's. That's I think.
That's when. So in
Does this
the two
timer
towers.
start before I get off
That's
work?
2 towers, right?
Yeah, that's 2 towers.
Do you have to work the 31st?
It's
Yeah,
I was wondering what LOTR.
Lord of the
said.
Rings.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that. I was like, what? I was actually being like, what is
Unacceptable.
LOTR? Yeah, I
You
know.
could have Googled it.
Burn me.
Yeah, but now
burn
that
me.
also means we're not going to be starting the third movie till like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's
Which is
not gonna
fine.
run.
Yeah.
Stay
I
up later.
just assumed
Yeah.
everybody that comes over that night is probably like pajama party. Everybody stay the night.
Yeah.
I'm down
But-
with pajama.
This is gonna be a good time.
I'll sleep in the camper.
Pillow
Just
fights,
sleep
yeah.
is-
Yeah, we can do the camper.
Spare
No bathrooms allowed to be used in the camper. It's all winterized. Your pee will probably freeze in there. I don't want to deal with it the next season.
I'm gonna do my blood draw.
Then John's going to bleed into the
I mean, it would refresh the pink carpets in the camper
Oh my
if you
God.
spilt a little blood around.
You wouldn't know
Just-
about
just
it.
do an
You
even
get into a
coat,
real
though.
bad
I mean,
accident.
we are
blood all over the street.
tearing out the carpets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
But
Okay. Cool.
As long as it's
Okay,
not
so
that area, we're
pickle,
okay.
pickle in the tree.
Yes,
Lord
the
of the
pickle
Rings,
happened
but
a
you
few
haven't done
years.
Lord of the Rings in 10 years.
It's been a while. Yes.
Okay. What happened? Why did it fall off?
I think it was mainly because my sister moved out, and it was the core group of my dad, my sister, and I. And we would watch all of them every year. My dad would buy the original movie, then the extended edition when it came out. And then it gets up to like 12 or 13 hours.
Yeah, like we're going to be
So-
starting at noon
Mhm.
if we're going to finish them
Yeah.
all.
well, I'll
You have to
join you when I'm
dedicate
done
a
with
day. You all have to be there.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, there are few people that can watch all 3 movies back to back to back.
Yeah, you had to take some breaks.
So that was our tradition for quite a while. Like,
That is true. I just go over to your house.
yeah, like
Order
you'd be
pizza
like,
and
"Hey,
just
I'm off work at this time." And I'm
We
like,
just start
"I
a
don't
movie.
have to work the next day," so Reed would show up and we'd just start
I
watching
had to go
the movies.
pick him up from work at like midnight.
Yeah, and we'd start watching the movies.
I want to say it was.
Travis would show up sometimes too. Yeah.
It was
I
when
was
the
gonna say,
first.
you guys haven't done this in 9 years though.
Yeah.
Because I've never been to one of these parties.
No, this was before you.
It was when the,
And
Before
even
you.
when I knew Trina and we did this, Trina, like, we planned it whenever Trina was out. It was like, "Hey, Reed, Trina's out this night doing something." And we're like, "All right, we're doing guys' night."
No, there were a
watching
few
Love
nights Trina was there. Because I remember one night, like, Trina almost forgot to take her birth control. And it was just like, no, we can't do it because I didn't take my birth control. And I was just like, I have condoms.
no, don't work that way. Because this is what Trina sounds like now.
She got from Boston.
She's like, I ain't worried about it anyway. You got beer in that
What?
dick?
Straight from the tap.
You guys are assholes.
Oh, we got to get Trina a T-shirt that says "Straight from the Tap."
It's terrible.
I still want to do that thing, the handle or whatever.
I want to do it so bad this summer.
Oh my
A little bit of context for the viewers is not a sponsor. Harry's Shave, whatever
Shave Club.
Shave
Oh my
Club or
God.
whatever.
$5 Shave Club, yeah.
They have weighted metal handle thing, and I was listening to something, and the advertisement came on, and I thought to myself, I was like, I want to do a cast of a roughly average size erect penis, and I want to turn it into the handle of a shave, like a razor, like a face or leg or whatever, grooming razor, not like a straight blade or straight edge, but like a razor. And that way, individuals will be able to change out the cartridge and everything. But how funny would it be if my friends are like, haha, like I gotta shave it and I'm holding a dick. I'm shaving. Like, I figured that would be a lot of fun and funny but I actually got into a discussion with my peers about it, not at work, and I was like, okay, so does the cartridge and blade have to be at the tip so the tip is closest to the surface that you're shaving, or is it the other way around?
Well, is it a dick telescope?
No, but I mean, like, the idea is that, like,
you would do it the other way around.
You would do it the other way around.
The head
right,
out, yeah.
right. I figured that the head out.
Wait, the blade's on the head?
No,
No,
the
other
blade
way
is
around.
on the base.
So the base.
Oh, I would have done it the
I
other
would have
way
done it.
around.
Well,
I would have
see-
done it coming out of that head.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
see, the thing is,
that
here's-
was so as you're getting closer to your mouth and you're shaving your your mustache, the tip's
Right.
right there,
Right.
facing
And
your
you're
like-
staring down the barrel. As
and
it
you
were.
normally have to like,
And that
you
makes
know,
sense. I had pros and cons for this. The pro would be
I have a
that
full-on beard.
it would
I
be
don't
funny
shave,
because
so
the
I'm-
penis would be closer and the base could actually be a flat standing
Oh,
base
yeah,
that it
you
could
can
stand
do that,
on.
yeah.
Especially if you put testicles on it because
Yeah.
it would give more
I was
surface
gonna say,
area.
but if you
Yeah,
put
that's
testicles
exactly
on
how
it
you
and
want.
you put the blade on the base there with like the balls
No,
right
yeah,
there,
you
then
would
you
be-
got balls in your face and it's just too bulky to actually get anything done.
Right, but then I wouldn't do the balls at that
That
point.
would work as an electric razor though, because it's got the kind of.
I'm not making
free
everyone
bump.
electric razors. What? Yeah, but the thought though, like it went both ways, and I was like, yeah, but then
This
they'd have
group
like
also has a 3D printer. By group, I mean Reed.
Well,
He has a
Patrick
3D
also
printer,
has
so
a
we
3D
could
printer.
literally 3D print this.
yeah, but I don't want to do it in plastic. I want to do it for sure.
Actually, it might be easier.
I know, but we'll
To make the cast, it'd
Prototype
be easier to do in
plastic,
plastic, and then we
probably.
could make the mold around the
Right.
plastic.
If you make it,
and then we're gonna
electric-
do silicone. So as you're trying to do it, it just
We'll
goes
flop
around.
around.
And I mean,
No, we're
you're
gonna do it out of
cut the
aluminum.
shit out of yourself because it's gonna be like all floppy.
If you make it electric,
Use
you
a
can
melt
make it
button.
extend when it gets warmed up.
No,
Oh
it's cold.
wait! I thought it's when it gets,
Gets
cold, it
cold,
gets
right?
super wrecked.
Which brings me back to the polar bear. What is that measurement from? Is that like an erect or is it like
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Wow.
assume erect,
I'm gonna assume it's erect also.
because like, yeah,
I'm wondering who
Although-
is like.
Google said it was an erect penis.
it didn't specify, it just said
All right,
7
let's
inches.
ask Google again.
Question
Okay,
is
Google.
if it's barbed.
How
or not.
large is a bear's penis?
About 7.3 inches. On the website liverscience.com, they say, male polar bears, the biggest bears on Earth today, typically weigh 1,100 pounds, but their penis bone average is about 7.3 inches long.
Their
the
penis
researchers say,
bone average.
Oh, right. Some animals actually have a penis bone. Lots of people use whale penis bone to make knives and stuff out of
Well,
the
apparently
handles.
polar bears. have
Okay,
7
Google.
points.
So-
How large is an erect polar bear penis?
here's a summary from the website liverscience.com.
If it's
You're
a
getting the same
bone.
description.
Bears weigh
Okay, Google,
1,100
stop.
pounds.
Okay, Google. Are polar bears' penises knotted or barbed?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Wow.
That's better. I feel better about you. Okay.
We're not sponsored by
Player
Google, by the
7
way.
enters the game.
Or are we?
Oh, you know how many people we may have just fucked up if they're listening to it on speaker?
Oh, in my, yeah.
That's fair.
Hey, it was pretty much over the first
Sorry.
couple sentences.
Well,
there.
for sure we're not sponsored.
No,
by Google
that's not what
because
I'm
they're
saying.
very,
I'm saying what they heard was the keyword and a query.
So, it's happened on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've listened to one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
that
Macaulay
is
Culkin ad.
Yeah, so anybody who has a Google now knows.
yeah.
Yeah, in stereo.
Yeah. Except I'm betting their voice is different than mine, which
Oh,
I'm sure you guys
fantastic.
noticed is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening, you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
I am.
Educated you.
Yeah.
All 12.
All 12 of us.
There's
Right.
dozens.
Did anything else come to anyone else's mind on the tradition bit? 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, cool. We're at a 34-minute mark. Let's get into, I guess, the top Christmas experience. So it's like, what's the best? We'll do the same order. We'll start at Reed. What is the best experience that you can say? Like, if you have like a top one, or if it's a tie between, a couple. What would you say?
What we just did.
No, we
about
just did
traditions.
We're
traditions.
talking about traditions. Now we're talking about the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, like experience that you've had.
He was not prepared for
I don't
this.
know if I've ever had like a magical Christmas experience, and like the sense of it being like the best Christmas. I've always just enjoyed every Christmas as it comes.
Ooh, I got a good one. Can I go?
Christmas comes in white, doesn't it?
I think everyone does.
I think it changed depending on what you eat.
Okay, Jess, go.
Okay. All right. So I guess this was still during my young ages of still believing in Santa.
So, about 30 seconds ago.
This was like just before we met.
So this was probably 2010. I was like 9 years old.
You were,
What?
You were not 9 years old in 2010.
Now you're 17.
What am I thinking of then?
I don't know. But we have a serious conversation about our legality in a relationship.
No, I could swear it was 2009.
Jess.
What you guys
Jess,
can't see
I
right
graduated high school in 2010.
What you guys can't see right now is Reed is wearing a
Hillsborough police
hat, and I think he needs to get in touch with his contacts and turn himself in.
Yeah.
anyways, I don't know the year.
Or,
So
yeah.
we just moved from Massachusetts. Anyways, first Christmas
No,
in our
I'm
new
sorry.
house.
Sorry. How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Okay.
Are you sure? So
Yeah.
yeah, were you
What
born?
year were you
Right now.
born?
1996.
So
Okay.
how
Okay.
old would that make you?
Checks
Do
out.
some math.
2005.
All right, we're not going. This is not a math class. We are going to talk about the best Christmas that I've had.
All right, best Christmas
This
ever.
was like the first year that we moved to Oregon. Anyways, so still believing in Santa. We went to Home Depot for whatever reason, and so I kind of had this habit of having like a stuffed animal. This is probably when we were 10 years old. I don't know, 9 years old. Anyways, so like I had a stuffed animal dog that I like really liked, and so we went to Home Depot and I carried it with me everywhere, and then we left, got home, and I didn't have it anymore, so I lost it, right? So this was like 3 days before Christmas. All I wanted for Christmas was my dog back. And so I wrote a letter. I was like, "Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is this dog." And so I left it by the cookies and milk, and then Christmas Day, I had my dog back. So I believed in Santa for quite a while after that.
Way
So
after
till-
2010.
Way after 2010, whatever. So probably up until like 6th grade too. But anyways,
It's only 2019 right now. So,
2015.
18.
I eventually asked my parents. I'm like, okay, there's definitely
By the
like,
time this comes out, it's 19.
No.
No.
This
It'll
comes
be
out
out tomorrow.
Oh, John's that fast? Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
So they actually ended up going back to Home Depot and they ended up finding it somehow. I don't
I
know.
thought they said they bought one.
No, it was the same exact one. Like
Was
it
it?
still had like
Yeah, no, again,
stains
you
all
weren't-
over it, like it was, but you know it was dirty. I threw it in the dirt and stuff like that. Yeah. So that
So
was
Santa
best,
brought your
best
dog
Christmas.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Santa brought my it was the best memory ever.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I don't really have because I didn't really do a whole lot for Christmas. I don't have anything that really, really stands out. I guess I've got a couple of things that are neat for me. My growing up situation with my grandparents was not amazing, but I remember it was actually about the Lord of the Rings thing. It was the first movie of the Lord of the Rings series had come out, and my grandfather snuck me out of the house and went and got my best friend, and my grandfather, Amanda Daywalt, and I all went and watched that, and right around Christmas time. It was just it was more of just like a, hey, this otherwise would never happen. So that was pretty cool. The other thing is I tend to record lots of stuff, and I recorded Oliver, I think it was his first Christmas, getting up and walking and going downstairs.
Baby, you can't walk on your first Christmas.
No, but I'm saying his
It was
first one
probably-
where he was
Walk on my first
he was so stoked
I
about
was
it.
also born in January.
He went downstairs and he had his construction
Yeah, he was probably
set and his
2.
okay.
Yeah.
Christmas
Yes.
3.
So he was super just excited at the wonder of yesterday. All this stuff wasn't set out the way that it is, and so that was really neat to see. And then I think that's it. I don't have anything else that really.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Does John deserve an aw?
Aww.
3.
Aw. I can add it in post. The audience.
Oh.
Okay. That's Trina, though. I don't make sense like Trina.
Did I get such a deep voice?
We all know who wears the pants in the relationship.
Straight from the tap.
You know it.
It's just gonna be easier and cheaper.
No, I mean, like I don't know. That's gonna be my like. I see.
I don't
people
think I can
in
even like
certain ways.
fake do that voice. Like
Yeah,
that.
Trina,
Trina loves
straight
the
from the
car
tap,
going
and then like Jess
Sounds like
agrees
The
with her.
Grudge
She's
again.
like, chop it, chop it.
That's not gonna make sense to any of them.
No, it's not. It's
Nah.
fine. That's all right.
Okay.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
It's
So
a mystery.
for mine,
I'm
at
gonna-
least,
It keeps the people going.
I'm gonna design this. I'm gonna design both shirts. I'm gonna do an Chapa Chapa and straight from the tap, and I'm gonna put them up for sale. If anyone buys them, great. If no one does, that's fine too. Like I'll know they exist.
I'll buy one from each. Okay. We know for large of each
We'll
one.
be the only people that buy these
I'll
shirts.
wear an Chapa shirt, and they're like,
Chapa Chapa.
"What is this?"
We'll be
I'm
the only
like,
ones who know
"Yeah."
the joke.
So
It's
the
a
child we
pretty
hang
common
around,
phrase.
like, literally messed with our brains, and he would literally it was
Gaslit all of
15
us.
minutes straight would not stop saying that until we started saying it, and the second we said it, he goes, "Ha, you said it too. It's a thing." And after that, I guess it's now officially a thing because we have not stopped saying it.
Yeah.
Really put like just Chapa Chapa mountaintop camping. 2018.
Top of the world camping.
Top of the world.
I drove the RV down, and we didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my brakes have been fucked ever since.
Yeah, they have.
No, they're okay.
Mine have.
No.
Oh, yours?
Yeah.
I thought you would. Oh no! Okay. Did you hang out behind us
Yeah.
or behind them?
I just threw it in first, and I didn't really use brake once I got around you guys.
I went neutral when I went fishing one of the days.
Mine were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we took
Oh.
a
They
truck.
were
He took
smoking, but it's actually there's a coupling that handles the way the brake pressure works, and those are known to fail in that truck. You just replace it. It's like a $10 part, and it solves it. So I'll get around.
I didn't have a
Might have been a little
problem
wonky after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Did
what do
everybody
you got?
drive their own vehicle to that trip?
I think so. We all caravan.
Zach drove in the RV with us.
I was like, I don't know.
Going up.
There are a bunch
Like-
of
I
cars there.
think I was like,
Zach,
I'll just
Zach
take
didn't
your car.
I
understand
think we
why
had
slow
two
down
cars.
to a crawl.
I
We had
think
the
we
You
had
guys had
that.
two.
Yeah.
We had two.
Yeah.
You guys
Had
had
the
I was
Jeep.
well aware.
Zach didn't understand quite like why I was freaking out as we were going up though. Like why slow down
I was
so
just
much?
spitting gravel the whole time.
And I wasn't spinning gravel. I was flat out. The RV was giving it all it had, and we
That's a
dropped
lot of-
under 5 miles an hour.
There's a
The
lot of
transmission was not happy. And if we would have, like, there's no backing down this hill. Like, if we were to go down
If we
backwards,
would've stopped, we
I'm
would've been
dead.
screwed.
Like, I'm completely dead.
would've
There
been-
is no help.
It would have been we're towing him up, trying to tow
Yeah,
him
we
up
would have
with,
pulled
like,
him up with the RAV4 and white
No,
power.
that's
No,
when you just
how do you
get
get
out
around
and
me?
like
I-
crash it off the side of the hill. We've got.
I was
Yeah.
trying to. I would have been able to climb around the side of you somewhere. We would have been able to back you down far enough for me to get around the front of you.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been able to steer. All my brakes are on the front. There's no weight on the front when you're going down backwards. I would have been dragging my front tires
Again,
and had no
that's
control.
where you would have died and
Yeah.
just had to jump out of the front.
Yeah, how can you
Take
avoid
Slagathor
that
with
hill?
him.
Wouldn't
Oh
he have
damn it!
pushed
That's
you?
why I took Slagathor with me on the way down. I was like, I can't
Yeah.
lose my husband and my cat in the same.
The husband's expendable, not the cat.
Not at least not both on the same.
Well, the
trip.
Well,
cat
the cat
can't
can't
drive.
drive.
So.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, it's actually probably the same story I told earlier. Like because my parents went crazy,
No.
and
Favorite
this is
Christmas.
This
Yeah.
is
One
Not a tradition.
singular
Your
memory.
favorite Christmas memory.
which is probably the only tradition I remember.
Not a tradition.
Just
I
one
know it's a
standalone.
tradition from
One
and that's why it
particular
stands out.
Christmas.
Well, and this is why this tradition stands out. Like, I remember almost nothing. And because there's pictures to prove this happened more than a couple of years, is, you know, the sugar making cookies and all that
Are you
kind
sure
of
was
stuff.
it the
And
first year
baking.
you didn't have to spend Christmas with your parents?
I don't. You didn't have like a hate relationship with them at that point, did you? Well, okay.
I mean,
little
they
bit of-
did kick
are
me
we-
out.
are we- Yeah, I was gonna say, can we talk about your background a little bit?
They did kick me out at that point.
Okay.
What, 16, 15?
17.
17.
Right after his 17th birthday.
But they were still doing, like, all kinds of other stuff. But I was living between, like, friends' houses. So, like, that Christmas wasn't amazing. Like, yeah, I was like, thank God I have a place to live that wasn't, like, I was in a shed with a small shed with 3 other fucking dudes. So, I mean, granted, I had a bathroom to use. I had a shower to
I'm
use.
glad you're not dyslexic. Because if you had gotten that out of order, it could have been. Yeah, I lived in a shed, fucking 3 other dudes.
3 small other dudes.
Oh, no, these dudes were big. I was the smallest one.
Okay, all right. Because that's a different Christmas story.
It was not his favorite.
Yeah, no, that
He
was
was-
actually
he was
sadly
drinking
like
straight from the
but like between between living at my parents' house and living in that shed. The shed was way better. Like, way better
The room was
environment.
probably bigger.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say
actually, no,
the
that
broom closet you had in your parents' house was
that,
a broom
that
closet?
shed was smaller than that broom closet.
Was it?
Yeah, it was tiny. It was 7 by, I think, 13.
that was the size of your room in your parents' house.
No, that was
his
8
was like
by
8. Yeah.
15 or 16.
It was
8
a
by
lot.
it was 8 by 16.
Yeah, because it used to be a 16 by 16 room, and they put a wall.
And there was
in the
just me in that room.
I
but
was
there
only in it once, so I don't remember.
3 dudes. One, like, so I had a bunk bed that's one crossed, a queen bed, and half the time, like, the 2 dudes shared the
Spoon.
queen bed, but really they weren't super cool with that. So
Well,
one of the
yeah.
dudes just slept in the chair, and they would trade out like every other night.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Why? Okay, I get your parents kicked you out, so you were in the shed. This is a little off topic of the subject matter, but your parents kicked you out, so you're in the shed. Where did these other 2 dudes come from?
One was actually one of their the house I lived at. And one was their son.
Why did he live in the shed and not in a room in the house? Or did he live in the shed already and you guys kind of crashed the shed?
Yes. So originally, like, I moved in, I knew him, and he wasn't.
Who is
He
this
was-
guy? Who, like, I've never heard of this guy. Who is
His name was Zach. One of the smartest dudes I knew.
Where's he now?
in school. No one actually knows. Like,
He's probably sleeping with dudes in a shed, is my guess. Okay.
he.
He's
So
down in
the
Maine
group,
by
the
the
group
river.
of kids I hung out with, like,
I've never met any of his high school friends. Like,
a lot of them get affected
They
by
were all
drugs,
nice,
and they got,
They do. They do not
no
exist.
problem
They
with
didn't
weed
really
and
like
stuff,
it
but
was a cardboard box.
back then weed wasn't readily available, or it
Available.
was, but it was always laced with something.
Okay.
They all got something, and it fucked with their brains. Like, they changed personality wise, like their whole demeanor, everything changed.
I
These
think,
2 people that were getting the weed from the same person, literally same year, dropped out of high school, everything else. And what was weird is this other dude was he wasn't a 4.0, but 3 point.
we're talking about Zach.
Yeah, and one of the smartest guys I've ever met. Like, talking to even back then, like, he was crazy smart, and like in every sort of way. Like, he was book smart. He could build anything if he had no instructions, and like he was very different. And then
So who was
the
this?
wrong drug hit him.
Who was this
and-
third dude?
And another friend that needed help. His
Also
family
got kicked
literally just like his parents said, "Go fuck yourself." They moved to Russia. He was left in the U.S. Like,
So pretty much kicked him out.
Yeah.
he was also a drug dealer. So I mean, like,
So,
but
I'm sorry.
like, he was dealing
So-
with weed. So like, that's not
He was a drug dealer or a drug user?
both.
So, and Zach was or was not also?
No, he was just a user, not
Okay.
a dealer.
Okay.
Was he buying from the one in the shack?
No.
Okay, so what was the
Because
Christmas
friends don't
song?
sell to other friends because, if you couldn't verify the source, so some we'd they would share like, hey, I knew exactly who made this, like, no big deal. But then when you don't know where this is coming from, you don't know whatever it's going
It's like
on.
when you have a
wouldn't
bad
do
car,
that.
you're not going to sell it to a friend. You're
Yeah.
Gonna...
I don't know. We
How
sold
would
you
you lace weed
grain,
with
the
something
grain truck.
else?
Yeah, but we knew it was
Yeah,
bad going
we
in.
knew everything about it.
So, okay, so what is the Christmas component then? Not to have gone down that rabbit hole. I think that could be a totally different podcast.
No,
but so it was the sugar cookies at home was just kind of the best experience.
yeah, like, from what I remember, most of my childhood is blocked out. I don't remember most of it, and like, what I do remember is like, and it's the only thing that ever stood out is like,
The sugar highs.
and it wasn't with my parents. It was with my 2 older sisters. Like, the cookies we'd make, like, they would pour the dough, and we would put all the decorations on it, and
Pour the dough.
I don't know
I
what
thi-
the
I
fuck
think
they
I
put
think
it
I
on
know.
a goddamn
bake.
tray.
He doesn't know how
And
that
they
works.
just they give us the sprinkles, they give us all the decorations. So some were green and we in tree shape, and we would decorate the cookie trees and that kind of thing.
Tree.
Now, we ate almost all the dough, and we get super pissed as we were doing it, but, that was fun.
Okay.
I didn't end up with salmonella, so
Salmonella.
salmonella, whatever.
Salmonella.
Salmonella.
I did not die from dysentery,
Like
so I'm
vanilla
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Trina.
Favorite Christmas memory. I had a lot of really good Christmases growing up. I believed in Santa for a long time because I figured the second I said something about it, he was going to stop showing up. So, up until 5th grade, I still believed in Santa. But we always got great gifts, and I always thought that, my parents couldn't afford these, so it had to be from Santa. But once I figured that out, then I was a lot more appreciative of the gifts I got.
Kind of like Jesus.
But it was actually one year in high school. We always got one big gift, and that was the From Santa gift. And then we always got, a ton of other smaller, clothes and books and games. And we got a lot of games. But one year, my parents did a scavenger hunt thing. So we got these clues, and we had to go around the house to find the scavenger hunt thing. That was our Christmas present. So mine actually led me back to my room, and there was this giant bow on this guitar that I had been borrowing from a friend. And so my parents bought me this guitar.
Was that the Fender?
Yeah. It was this acoustic guitar. I loved it. I was learning how to play, and they actually bought it off the guy. And he, when he let me borrow it, he was very clear, this is just to borrow. We're not giving it to you. And I was like, okay, I got that. But my parents actually bought it from him. It was really exciting. And they also got me a Letterman's jacket the same year. So
Oh, wow.
it was pretty
Did you letter?
fun. Yeah, I lettered 3 times for softball. Varsity 3 years.
I don't know what my letter is. I never got a jacket to put it on, so I threw it in a box.
They're stupid expensive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of letters in my name.
Then I was
But it was
like,
just
I know
mine has
6
a,
letters.
It's a giant L, which makes you
Well,
feel
mine
great.
Also,
Yeah, but it's just not on your forehead.
I can count them. There's at
Although our
least
softball
one.
caps did
There's
have a
one,
giant
two,
L on
three.
your forehead, but it is what it is. But that was a pretty awesome Christmas.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Alright, so yes, it's Steph's turn.
Yeah.
I can't really think of. I don't know. I don't really remember a whole lot of Christmases. There was a video of me, home video, when I was 5-ish, and I got Barbie's dream house castle or whatever.
Oh, I always wanted that.
And
thing.
I lost my goddamn mind. So there's a video of me, and it's just I'm oh, did you open your present? I realize what it is, and I just scream, and I'm jumping up and down and kicking my feet, and just full blown, just absolutely lost my mind. I don't really remember it, but video exists of it.
I was gonna say, I think I had a reaction
It
like that when I got. It wasn't a life-size Barbie, but I got the knockoff version, which I named it Stacy, and it was my brother's girlfriend for years because we were the same height.
Is this Stacy that's in your attic?
Yes, this is.
Oh
Stacy.
my god. Okay.
So Stacy is now our favorite Halloween decoration. She's the creepiest.
This
That's
was-
the one that's on the front porch?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they gave that to you as a child?
Okay, at the time, she wasn't that creepy. Her hair was longer. I gave her a few haircuts through the years. But she was the same height as my little brother, and he would dance with her. So that was
How
Andrew's
tall
group.
is
That's
this
why he
doll?
was
The one that hangs
Or
from our
maybe.
porch
3.5
on
feet.
Halloween.
Yeah, it's,
Huh.
it's a good size.
You've seen Stacy, the one that hangs on
Yeah,
our
it's-
porch
Maybe I
on
blocked
Halloween.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's super creepy. Okay, so for context, Stacy is a 4-foot tall doll,
We
or
covered
4 foot
Literally,
tall.
I already covered it.
All the hair is missing, and for
Also got
Halloween,
all the hair.
she hangs at our porch with a noose.
Yeah, we went over
She's
all
the
this. Oh, it's that doll.
creepiest
Yeah.
doll.
Yes, Jess still needed to
So,
watch it.
Well,
like,
I mean, Jess is 14,
Jess needed to
so.
read
I
Yeah.
don't.
I don't remember Halloween again, so.
It is
She's
super
pretty
creepy.
creepy.
Like think
Also-
of Chucky, but creepier.
She wasn't that creepy growing up. She was awesome. The problem is that she
She's
was
very
in,
well loved.
She was in okay condition when I grew out of her, and she was given to my younger cousins who had her for a decade, and somehow she came back with missing 2 fingers. So she's giving the rock out sign
devil
permanently.
Yeah.
and she was missing more hair.
More haircuts.
Poor Stacey. Because if Toy Story is real, this poor girl.
Well, and now she hangs from the porch from a noose during Halloween.
And she's thrown in the attic. For
Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. I found another doll that I had as a child, which also is really creepy because I think it was my mom's doll because, like, the eyes are kind of black because from, like, overuse. Like, she's just a very creepy baby doll, but I leave her with Stacy so she has a friend during, the
Yeah, so her
Yeah.
friend can watch her strangle to death.
I want to like put this into a different context, okay? Let's say Toy Story is real, okay?
Okay.
And Andy
I gave her a friend.
and Woody are BFFs. Like,
Oh, Woody's
Woody-
Trina's favorite toy.
no, but I'm saying though, Woody thinks the world of Andy, right? Like, this guy is the best human on the planet, and I imagine like if we look at the evolution of your relationship with Stacy, where it was just like, oh my God, Trina's the best. She gets home from school and we are gonna play, and Andrew and I are gonna dance tonight. And we fast forward 20 years, and fucking Stacy's like, shit, it's December 20th. Like, she's gonna come with the news. Like, she's coming with the news. We're
No,
gonna
in
hang
our
with you
house,
for 3 days.
September.
Like, this reminds me of the Count of Monte Cristo, where like you get whipped on your birthday. Like, it's your birthday. Like, we're just gonna whip you in your cell. And Stacy's like, shit, it's Halloween. The only time they let me come down to
Yeah, but-
hang me in public
But then she gets to look at all the children walking by.
with a new
Terrorize children. No, we've been told that some children don't like to come up to our front door because it's too scary.
But we give them candy, a ton of candy.
Which is why, you're rewarded for facing your fears.
Exactly.
Which is the whole point of Halloween, in my mind.
In your youth, did you have conversations with Stacy?
Oh, yeah.
Did you legitimately believe in the level of communication you had with Stacy?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm just wondering. If
I knew
these
a lot of
kids-
it was in my head.
But if these kids like show up at your porch and Stacy's talking to them, she's like, "Help me!" And because they legitimately are like making a connection with this doll,
Yeah.
and
They've
and
never met
they
her still. Yeah.
Do you think we could make some animatronics to
Yeah,
I
get
mean,
this to
Oliver did
happen?
have a moment
like
after
the
What I'm
face
saying
help
is-
me coming from her
Oh yeah,
mouth.
Oliver's not.
And
Oliver's
a little
terrified
lip
of your attic
movement.
because
Is
that's
he?
where Stacy is. Yeah.
Okay, he said
No,
something
you
really
just have to
creepy in
have
the
a
back of
little
your car the other
admit
day
and
about
just
the
help
man
him.
that was sitting next to him. Do you remember that?
No.
That
That was
scared me.
that was
Like-
last year.
Yeah, that's
I'd
not
run
the
away.
other day.
Well,
Okay,
you
the,
would
the
run
other
away.
day, but
Jessica
we were
would
in
just
the
be like,
car.
"You're my best friend."
And start groping.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What happened?
You missed this other story with Oliver. We were in the car like last year, and
The
we
other
were
day.
the other
The
day.
other
The other day. It was definitely last year, and
Oh, that was on the way to Crab Battle.
okay, but I swear this was after like
This is when we took your BMW off-roading and rallied the shit out of it.
you
Okay.
weren't in the car.
Yeah.
So what happened?
No,
What
it was
happened?
just
No,
me.
it was
That-
it was
that's
me
fine.
two of us.
I don't
You
care
were
about the
not in the car.
background.
This is important. You were not in the car. Anyway, Oliver turns and says something about like, yeah, the guy in the back seat next to me is creeping me out, and we're just
Yeah,
like,
no,
there's
I do
no
remember
one back there. Like,
Great.
Yeah.
So your
Creepy,
son's
nuh-uh.
at least psycho or haunted.
I believe
he said a
that.
few other creepy things
Kids
after
are
that.
like in tune, like they're
I think so.
they're tapped in. Yeah.
I think so. I think that as children we understand less science, and I will always say that like my biggest challenge with faith is science, and so but once you eliminate the understanding and the knowledge that we assure ourselves with, there's room for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Remember that one time we were in a room once and Oliver was just talking and he's like repeat after me, and he's saying dumb stuff like, and then he just goes completely like serious and he's like be nice to your puppy and kill your fish, and we're like what? Like, because he's like repeat after me, Bulbasaur's the best, and you'd be like Bulbasaur's the best, and he's like
Yeah, like I'm silly. Like,
I'm silly, and then he immediately goes stoic,
Deadpan.
like deadpan, like he's like be nice to your puppy and kill your fish, and we're like, what? and then he switched right back like it never happened, and we're like, oh cool.
Your son's
Me.
haunted.
Yeah, so
My son was
we
possessed
but
for a
with-
little while.
Yeah.
We
You
need
might want to at least
Stacy
just keep a
too,
couple
I guess.
vials of like holy water around just in case.
The
Alright, so
way the
you got your-
like brain is designed, like like, and how many chemicals are like, especially while you're forming that kind of stuff. Like, there's a scientific proven like this is why it happens.
You're an adult, and that's what you believe.
It's not just what I
whereas
believe,
Oliver
but like it's a
bothered
proven
by the
thing.
old dude who was sitting
Like-
next to him in the car.
So, schizophrenia, like those people that like go over those same things. It's we as rational people know what's going on with them. They don't know any better.
Sure.
Like the best thing to like, and that's anybody that's bipolar or any of those kind of diseases. Like once they know what's going on, if they choose to like, they can recognize, hey, this is what's happening. They know what's happening. There are things to help them to, help them through this. And it's not, in at least in my mind, there is no spiritual anything. It is chemical imbalances and or there's things that I'm missing. And it's all been so far proven on why these things happen. So like, especially children growing, of course they're going to do this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's super fucking creepy. Don't get me wrong. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He's
part of the-
extra.
Zach?
Yeah. Okay,
Now
so
that Nano's
Stephanie,
done
your
with
Barbie
his
Dream
laser.
Castle, you're
Yeah.
super stoked. Anything else for that?
I would just say that I think the same thing of like Oliver's like first like realization of like
The
Christmas.
magic of Christmas.
the magic for him. That same Christmas was the one where he like we had to open up the blinds in our living room and put a little stool so he could look out the window to see all like the Christmas decorations of like our neighbors and stuff across the street.
Because she couldn't open the door.
No, because he wanted to be able to just stand there
And look at him
and
anytime.
look
you
at
want.
them
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
just stare, and he would just like climb up on his little thing and just like stare out the window
Like a cat.
yeah.
Really.
Door gets
with his
opened
little,
on him.
with his just wearing his little diaper and like his like Mickey Mouse Christmas sweater.
We should get diaper for a cat's mouth.
Okay. Zach, what do you got?
So I think the best Christmas, like most people, is probably when I was younger and still believed in Santa. And for me, the best part was the anticipation the night before. And just knowing that Santa would be coming the next day and being so excited that I couldn't get to sleep.
We used to have sleepovers. Like all four of us kids would just sleep in one bed that night because nobody was going to sleep. So we played card games.
I
all
was gonna say
night
one
long.
thing I totally just
Yeah.
forgot about until just now was when
Zach,
we all used to get
thanks for
together with
having
all
a
of the
normal
cousins
family.
and everybody, and we would all stay together. And my grandpa every year would get like he had like the bells. So
sleigh
he
bells.
would he would go outside like the kids' window where they were sleeping and jingle the bells too, so you would hear.
I still put,
Sleigh
actually,
bells.
I do have a Christmas tradition. I still put out cookies and milk.
Just
We
because.
learned today
Jade-
tequila.
No,
is
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
bring to Santa.
Over the years, it has evolved to
Yeah.
like cheese and wine and alcohol and like later
But
to
you
do
still-
it
but you still
moonshine.
put
I still
out-
put
is
something out.
a
Yeah.
good
That's awesome.
You leave
tequila.
gifts for the pagan gods.
Yeah.
In context, we went to see a Santa and take pictures. And he noticed that Nathaniel here had 3 stockings on his shirt. And they had alcohol in them. And he was very interested when he learned that one of them had tequila inside them.
He got out of his chair. He's like, "You got tequila?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Santa
He
got
just
out of
stood
his
up
chair
and,
and was like, "So you have tequila?"
Yeah, because Mrs. Claus started an investigation. She's like, "What's in your sweater?" Nano sheepishly, "Adult things," and it's like, "Oh, you
And
got
I'm just like,
dildos."
we
in
got
there.
alcohol
no,
in
but,
there.
no,
I
but-
think I actually said adult beverages.
No,
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 you
you
said
said
adult
adult things.
things. Yeah,
It
so
sounded
then-
like you had
She's like,
dildos in your
So she's
stockings.
like what? And like, she knew it was in there. She just wanted to, and so he's like, oh, like Jameson and tequila. Santa stood up.
Okay,
Also,
this was
that
tequila
Oliver was like,
from Mexico
as we were driving
too.
back, Oliver's like, Santa does not drink alcohol. Santa only eats cookies and drinks milk. I'm like,
Santa has
White
earns,
Russians.
Yeah,
By
we're
the
like,
way-
Santa earns that drink, Oliver. He works hard. He's like, yeah, that's true. Sometimes you might want to drink after eating so many cookies too.
That's probably
Did
the
anyone
last thing I
actually
want
have
after a
that
sugar.
tradition of leaving out food for Santa? 'Cause
I've
I've heard of it. but
Oh,
I've never
growing
had
up,
it
yes.
myself.
never.
I've
never
always,
experienced it.
as a kid, we always made cookies for
Always
Santa.
milk, cookies, and carrots for the reindeer.
Yeah.
And we would wake up the next day, there'd be bites out of the cookies, bites
Yeah.
out of the carrots.
I still take bites out of the cookies when I put them down.
That
When
would
you
not-
put it
I put them down for myself. Yeah.
that would not have flown with us. Like they were like super neat and proper. And if you picked up a cookie and your intent was to eat it, you had to eat that cookie. That whole cookie went in your mouth. Yeah. And so it was like there were no bites of cookies. You ate
Santa
you
ate the whole
cookie,
thing,
Yeah.
or
or
no
you
thing.
got hit or something, or yeah. So
I remember there was one year we had a Christmas angel that wrote us this long letter of how we, what we did wrong throughout the year, what we did okay, and like.
Wow.
wow,
way,
you got an
really?
annual review.
Yeah, we got an annual review from our Christmas angel.
So our Christmas angel now, we have to keep all eyes on it on top of our tree at all times.
The tree topper.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys have a weeping angel as a tree topper?
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Why would you do that?
That's
Because-
terrifying.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We also have a
That's
nativity scene with the
terrifying.
flying spaghetti monster and the TARDIS in the background. So
If
Why
any
not?
Raid, now that you have a 3D projector,
Projector.
He has a 3D projector. It's a hologram.
Printer.
The technical
Sorry.
word you're looking for is hologram.
I have a holodeck in my room.
the
That
3D
would be
printer,
great.
we need a raptor baby Jesus
A raptor baby Jesus. Okay.
good luck designing that.
I'll just find one.
in the
online.
manger. Like if you can do,
I'll just find like
all
a
one
baby
in one.
raptor.
Yeah, he wants to switch it out in our nativity scene.
Yeah, I'll just find a baby raptor and just like scale it down and print it.
I mean, the TARDIS is on our manger scene, so is the flying spaghetti monster. So
What
is
if?
some
What about a
dinosaurs
raptor
and-
just eating a baby?
Oh, a Dalek is also in
A
our.
Dalek.
Just get a salt and pepper shaker. You're done.
I saw a nativity scene with a DeLorean in it. It's pretty cool.
Ooh,
Pretty
if,
fantastic.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I should get one of
so-
those to go with the TARDIS. I mean, all the-
Anything?
all time travel.
Anything besides?
Yeah.
I got an N64 for Christmas when I was younger.
Oh,
Did you?
that'd be
Was it
awesome.
meme status? Like,
Memes?
do you know what I'm talking about, or did I just date myself?
No. Meme status. I understand what
Oh,
you're
okay,
saying.
thank
Yeah,
you.
like the fancy N64s.
I had
they had, like,
Ocarina of
lights
Time,
and-
but I don't
No,
think it was.
no.
I'm talking about the kid who freaked
Lost
the
his
fuck
mind.
out at the N64.
Okay, I don't
It
know what
has
you're
been
talking
so
about.
long
then.
that I can't remember.
Okay.
I just know that I got
Is that
one.
the
and was
one where
very
the
excited.
cat attacked his face?
No. Where's the iPad?
Right in
Right
front of
there,
him.
the
Right,
other
yeah,
side.
right.
Hold that up.
Okay. All right. So you got an N64. Great memory. Anything else? Not that you need to like. If you
So,
don't have it.
like recent, can we do recent,
Recent.
best Christmases? Because
Sure.
like
Yeah, it could
most of
be
my
of
best
all that
Christmases are like recent because like my parents turned crazy in like '90s, and
That's
this
fair.
is now 2018, and
To say of like recent, I love the ones where it's just you and me home, where we don't have to do the whole hustle and bustle, running around doing all that.
Well, I think it
Christmas
was
wrap
actually
with
last year. Like best gift I ever got was last year. My wife's parents bought me
Not
something.
even me.
No idea what it was. I just put it
Oh
on
my
my
God,
wish
that was
list, and
funny.
they're like, "Yeah, so this is super heavy." We bought it. We had no idea what it was. It was a 12-ton tube bender, and I'm like, I'm super ecstatic over it. I'm like, this is the best gift ever. Like,
And they didn't
why
know
did
what
you
it
buy
was.
it?
They
And
had
they're
no
like,
idea what it
"We
was.
have
It was
no
on his
idea
Amazon
what
wish
this
list,
is."
so they could just
and
click a link and buy it. And they spend stupid money every year on
I even
stuff.
put a note
but-
on it like, don't buy this on Amazon. It makes no sense. Like, go to Harbor Freight. And they bought the Amazon one, which is way better. The Harbor Freight
Oh,
one.
I thought they got you
So-
the Harbor Freight one.
Yeah,
No,
no. Like,
they
I have a
literally-
really good tube bender.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I got a video. This is footage from Zach's
Link in the
childhood.
description below.
This is footage from Zach's childhood.
I don't think it was quite like that.
Those look like the pajamas I had.
That was pretty much me with the Barbie house.
Yeah.
You look so young, Zach.
Is that one of those tic-tac-toe like beanbag toss in the background there too?
It looks like it.
Actually,
Yeah, my
last
sister
year
got
was
one of
pretty
those.
Zach-
good.
That's the appropriate
Knowing
age.
Zach, he probably went around at that age, shook everybody's hand, and said, "Thank you very much," and did a bow, and then went on to the next person.
I don't know if it was like this kind of bow.
No, it was a-
Like,
No,
Well,
it,
not
it would have
definitely.
been a handshake and thank you, and handshake and thank you.
All right. So we're at 1 hour and 9 minutes now.
Oh, perfect.
Do we have anything else that we wanted to close with?
Spay neuter your cats.
Spay,
Dogs.
neuter
your
cat.
cats, just your cats.
Just
And
the
dogs.
cats.
Just the cats.
The cats
And
are the
dogs.
important ones.
Cats
let's
and
be
dogs.
honest.
Actually, the cats do have a more.
So
problem
last
with
time I
population.
offered an opportunity to do like a shout out about like something you might be interested in. Reed, you got anything to shout out to?
Spay neuter your cats.
Jess?
Gotta cover the dogs. I don't know, just everyone.
Because it's World
Shout out
Games
to
World.
everybody.
Shout out to everyone.
This is the 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14. Yep.
I don't really have anything. I guess just make good choices and reasonable goals for the new year.
Yes.
Okay. Business organization, personal thoughts.
Can I give you a cocktail recipe?
Sure.
Yeah.
That one sounds like fun. Okay, so your drink of the night is a gin greyhound. It's 2 ounces of good gin and grapefruit juice. Ta-da!
Okay, and straight from the tap. All right.
Straight from the tap, over ice.
Yeah.
Boop.
Nope. Shout out. Just Merry Christmas to everybody.
Cool.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. All right. Cool.
Don't forget Hanukkah.
Yeah, and Christmas. All right. Thanks everybody. Again, this is Reed, Jess, John, Nano, Trina, Stephanie, and Zach. We will.
But not that other Zach.
Right. Not.
Not
Not drug
dealer.
Zach.
One of the dudes was banging Nano in the room.
Although that may have been Zach.
Right.
We don't know.
All right. Cool. Next time with who knows who.
We'll see you next year or next week for New Year's, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh wait, is
Ooh.
next year's exactly New Year's?
No.
Wait, okay, let's take a look at the calendar really quick. So that we
Tuesday is
know.
the 1st. The 31st is the
Next
Monday.
Saturday is the 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see you
So-
just before New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.